Hello, it's Father Mark coming to you once again this week with my weekly message. I hope your week was well and that you found yourself with some time to spend with God and to develop your relationship with Him, as well as tend to all of the other duties of life as they unfold before us. I'd like to concentrate my remarks this week on the special day we're celebrating on Sunday, Mother's Day. It's an opportunity for us to pause and give thanks for those women in our life who have offered their foundational and unconditional love and support in helping us become the people that we find ourselves to be. It's also an opportunity for us to honor the Blessed Mother, the woman who brought forth the Son of God, who forever changed the world, a woman of strength, conviction, and character, who is a model and a source of inspiration for us all. But first, our earthly mothers. Mother's Day is always a day that is filled with many different kinds of emotions. And we always bring our experience of mothers to the celebration of that day. For many, it's a very joyous time, a time to truly offer their love and their gratitude for all that their moms have done for them. It's an opportunity to pause and to reflect on how much they have foundationally given to who we have become, and how much of life's lessons have been taught to us by them. Lessons about our physical world and what it means to be a human being, but also the important lessons about how God loves us and what it ultimately means to be a human being. But Mother's Day is not always a joyful, celebratory experience for all. For some, they may have recently lost their mothers in death. For others, their mothers may be struggling with the end-of-life moments. And still for others, their experience of their maternal relationship has not always been one of deep joy and love, but one of struggle and even heartache. So the experience that we have will color how we view what we do on Sunday and how we see ourselves and our relationship with our moms will also contribute to that as well. Challenges this year are also found in the fact that we have to be physically distant from many of our moms. We have to express our love and our support at a distance. We can't be with them to offer that comfort, that physical love and tenderness that we perhaps would do otherwise. We can't treat them to their traditional Mother's Day dinner in the restaurant that they loved, although we perhaps can get takeout and bring it home. So we're challenged to celebrate in a different way, which may mean the use of FaceTime or Zoom or some other kind of social media. It may be getting creative in the kitchen and coming up with something that we can create ourselves to show Mom the support and the love that she so desperately deserves and requires. But it's also an opportunity for us to gain wisdom from our Blessed Mother, who can guide us as we negotiate all of life's struggles, who can be an inspiration of perseverance and of tenderness and of faith. You know, Pope John Paul had a very beautiful reflection on Mary, the Mother of God, that we can use as an inspiration for ourselves today as well. From Mary, Pope John Paul tells us, we learn to surrender to God's will in all things. From Mary, we learn to trust, even when all hopes seem gone. From Mary, we learn to love Christ, her Son, and the Son of God. Surrender, trust, and love. Those are life lessons that we can carry with us through any challenge we face in life. I was reading this past week about a relatively new saint, Saint Gianna Molla. I believe she was canonized in 2004. She was an Italian woman who was actually born in 1922, and she died in 1962. Saint Gianna Molla was a physician, a pediatrician, actually. She was also a working mom, a professional woman, and a loving wife. She lived out her Catholic faith daily, and she faced, at one point in her life, a high-risk pregnancy. And when doctors told her that only an abortion would save her own life, she chose life for her baby. She dedicated herself to charitable work amongst older people and was involved in Catholic action. She also aided the St. Vincent de Paul group in their outreach to the poor and the less fortunate. So we have in St. Gianna a model for everyday living. She faced the same challenges that any mother would face, and she took them up with joy and devotion and faith. Her Catholic faith, though it was a challenge in the end for her, was one that she readily embraced, and in doing so, brought life into the world, the ultimate gift of sacrifice. I share with you a quote from her today. St. Gianna Molla tells us that the secret of happiness is to live moment by moment and to thank God for all that He, in His goodness, sends to us day after day. Though life can sometimes limit us and present somewhat insurmountable challenges, if we look hard enough, there are blessings that God sends to us day after day. There is always a light to be pursued. There is always joy to be discovered, even when all seems dark and grim. I know for mothers in particular, it's difficult sometimes to meet the challenges of motherhood. In fact, quite often it is so. But we have women such as St. Gianna Molla and the Blessed Mother herself, who can be sources of wisdom and inspiration, comfort and intercession for those who seek to do God's will and to do it well. And so perhaps that's the lesson for all of us this week as we take up the tasks of our lives as they will unfold, is to do God's will and to do it well. Find joy in each day and even each moment, if you can. God is always there as a source of hope, of faith, and most importantly, love. God bless you. You have my love, and we'll see you again next week.